well. But we also really like the Yule Ball scene. If we talk about that for a minute, Yule Ball, one of our favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah, I think that part. Yeah, I love that part. It takes a break from everything else that's going on, and it just brings you into that part of the story where that part where a guy's got to ask a girl to the dance, and it's so tough, and it's so tough for them in the movie, and it's really funny. I love it.
It's relatable. It reminds us of our earlier teenage days, right? And just kind of it makes the wizards themselves more relatable. You forget for a minute that they're just wizards doing magic all the time. They're actually teenage kids who go through emotions and hormones and awkwardness.
Yeah, like when Harry is asking, finally has the courage to ask Cho out. I love that part. It's because he has to. You can see him. He has to gather that courage, and when he finally says that owl squawks right when he says it, and she can't. She's like, I'm sorry.
That was a very real type of scene, dude. Like we've all been there,
and it makes me laugh. I like that part. Then when she has to say no.
You die for Harry.
Harry's like, great. That's what I pretty much would say.
That's great. I have got something else that night anyway.
Yeah.
It definitely brings it in.
I like watching them all, seeing who they're all gonna go with to the ball, and Harry ends up going with one of the Priori twins.
Whoa.
So they're cute, and I don't know what that noise was. But...
No, they are cute, actually. Which is why I'm. Well, actually, one of the Priori, the one that goes with Harry, I think you can tell she wants to be there just so people can see her at the ball. But how did Ron get that date anyway?
Well, Ron didn't even ask her out, dude. Harry had to ask out for both of them, and that's how they end up at the ball.
Ron,
with anyone.
I'm pretty sure he's gay because he just sat there the whole time, didn't want to dance with anyone. He was just upset, whatever, being a nerd.
Harry and Ron were,
they're blockheads in that scene.
Yeah. It might be because of the hair, maybe.
Their hair. Yeah. This movie was the worst hair for any of the characters. For
all of them have
any
terrible
movie.
Hair.
Mainly the guys, I guess we're talking about. But just terrible.
Harry, I don't know how they got a date in the first place, but they did, and they did nothing with it because I'm pretty sure they're gay.
But there is one person whose hair may have gotten him to the home run, dude. We're talking about Neville Longbottom.
Neville Longbottom.
We're pretty sure he lost his virginity at the Yule Ball.
Jenny gave him the DDP that night.
No other reason to have those shoes around his neck coming back and
right around his neck. That's the universal sign. Yeah. Everyone does that. Shoes around the neck.
But I bet you Neville was spawning her all year long. He had his eye on her. It was only going to be Ginny. Dude.
Neither of them were any prize to be won, so it makes sense they kind of ended up together.
Honestly, that made the most sense of any of the couples.
Yeah, they should have ended together at the end of the whole series. But
well, what can you do? But then we've got in this movie we have the biggest twist and turn of the whole series, shifts everything, is Voldemort's return. Right, finally Voldemort comes back. We've been expecting this for a while, but it does come quite abruptly and randomly in this movie. You didn't see it coming. Big turning point. One of the best scenes, really, in the movie. Voldemort, Ralph Fiennes owns that scene really well. But it's just this dark, intense, creepy scene in the graveyard there.
This was the climax of the full movie. It all built up to this. You thought he was just bumbling along, getting help, and then suddenly, bam, slap in the face. Voldemort is back. He kills Cedric Diggory.
Dude.
What do you want?
Which right off the bat, kill the spare.
Kill the spare. Cedric.
And that part's really sad. When they come back and Cedric Diggory's body is just laying there and Harry's crying. That part gets me every time.
Yeah, it's an emotional scene. They made that really well. It gets to me too, man.
Mm-hmm. They did it well. The happy music playing, and then suddenly it's so sad. So the contrast between the two, and then Cedric's dad runs out.
Yeah,
and it is really sad, and Harry just can't accept it.
So, but Harry in the graveyard, he's forced to confront Voldemort, has to battle him. See that he's come back. A really creepy spell that brought him back in the first place. But Harry has to fight him, and he goes to his go-to unbeatable, unknown, unexpected spell, Expelliarmus, which he seems to think can do anything, but I don't think he's fully aware of what Expelliarmus does, but that's the only spell he uses against Voldemort.
Well, yeah, Voldemort just, brushes it away. That was garbage, and he's, hiding behind this gravestone thing, and he's like, "Oh, what am I going to use now?"
He's like, "Come out and face me, Harry Potter." But what spell has Harry thought of?
He's got to thought of something different.
Moments
by
later,
this
maybe I'll
point.
try Avada Kedavra for once. No,
Oh,
he comes out Expelliarmus. But this time it actually causes something to happen.
It worked.
What? Priori Incantatem? I don't know how to pronounce it, but their wands connect, right? And
their wands are connected. Brings back previous spells. His parents are there. Cedric says, "Bring my body back."
yeah, dude. So he gets out. He manages to escape because of that. Again, help from some other thing. And ultimately, that's how the movie ends. I mean, there's no real closure. Voldemort's back.
Right.
Cedric's
No
dead.
closure at all.
Very dark, and that leads into the fifth movie with no one even really believing, or you don't know who believes it or not. It's
That's why the series took
Cliffhanger.
a turning point. We were talking about that in the beginning. The series took a turning point at this
Yeah.
point because you really got to know what happens now. You know, there's no closure.
this brings the whole series together more. You know, the next several books are going to be about this. It makes a more cohesive series-wide plot coming together. So, but yeah, we really do. It's an excellent movie. We love it. Just to recap that again, one of our favorite, very rewatchable movie. Anytime
Yes.
it's on, I could just start watching it and keep watching wherever it's at. It just kind of has that element to it, the cinematography of it all, the acting, the story. It's just really well made.
Yeah, and that, we love it so much because of it. A lot of it is because of its rewatchability, and that's why we tease it so much because we've seen it so many times. We love it.
all
You know?
these weird little things that are funny or just silly.
So, real quick, let's talk our worst and best actor and our score for the movie. So, let's start with worst and best actor. I'll start. I think the worst actor I would give to Dumbledore.
Whoa!
I know. You guys probably hate me for
Okay.
that. I love Dumbledore. I just feel like
He's not perfect.
he like, why was he so angry with Harry for that one line? Why did he deliver it that way? He mumbles a lot of his lines. I don't understand him a lot of the time. His speech at the end, he's like, "Oh, Cedric Diggory's memory."
Be an insult to his memory.
I don't know.
You didn't
I just
feel it? Come on.
I gotta say, I think he
Alright.
could have owned those scenes better.
It's in prime, but
That would be my worst actor. Best actor, I would give Barty Crouch Jr.
dude.
Junior, you know, he goes, "Gah! Hello, father."
Hello, Father.
The tongue coming out.
He's great, honestly, and he's good in other stuff too. But he had a small role, but he did it well.
All right.
So for me, worst actor, it might, like I said, it could have been Crumb. I couldn't tell if he was brilliant or horrible, but Barty Crouch, like he's just, I don't understand what he's even doing with his character. And then like when that part where that scene when he dies, like nobody cares.
He just dies. He just dies.
Nobody even Dumbledore doesn't even investigate
No
what
one-
happened.
No one
They just-
even remembers. You're watching the movie. You don't even care or think about it.
Yeah, you're
after.
not
Try
even
to forget about it.
Yeah, you're not even thinking, where's Barty Crouch? Like nobody cares. So
The tournament just goes on.
and then there's like there's this weird scene when he's like in the corner of the screen and he's like smiling. It's just,
in the
like
tent before the first task. Yeah, it's creepy. We'll get it in here.
but
not a consistent actor, no.
best actor, probably Ralph Fiennes Voldemort.
Dude.
He for the 10 minutes that he's in the movie, he is Voldemort, and
really sells it.
he's awesome.
Owns it. Takes it. Yeah, he came back flying. For me, worst actor. Yeah, it's pretty simple and easy to go to. But Crumb. Crumb's just. I mean, if we're excluding Ginny because she had such a small part.
She's
in the
the
movie,
series wide worst.
But this movie, Crumb. I mean, yeah, he rode the line. He did well, but he was garbage.
He was just a bad choice.
And then Mad Eye Moody was probably my best actor. He just
he's
same
good.
reasons. I mean, he just his mannerisms. He portrayed the character from the book really well. Has that ominous like return veteran kind of feel to him. The guy just pulls it off really well. I like that actor. So, yeah.
All right, real quick, let's give it a score. Out of 10, Ezra, what would you give it?
Out of 10, probably a 7,
Okay.
and 7 really good.
7 is good. I would go with 7 as well. I think it's the best of the Harry Potter movies, but I would, 7.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Ooh,
I'll be a little kinder. Maybe it's 7.5, but I'll stick with 8. Solid round up numbers here. So, all right, that'll do it. This has been Fry Time Reviews. Thank you very much for watching.